Happy 4th of July. That was last week. Welcome to the Dimecast podcast. I'm Bethel Durant alongside the reason we're here. I say that every single week. Danny Hernandez. We've done almost like a dozen episodes now. How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good, man.
Yeah? You're more comfortable?
More comfortable. Yeah.
You still haven't said any names.
No, I try not to.
You still haven't accused anybody of anything bad. You've and mind you, we don't edit. We shoot it once and we're done. We never have to do the no. I do every now and then, but no.
Yeah.
So you've been in trouble with anybody?
No.
Positive feedback?
Positive feedback. Yes.
Your NFL coaches calling you?
Yeah. Good stuff. Nothing but good stuff I've been hearing.
It is because it's very educational. It's a lot of fun, and we have a great time with it. Make sure you subscribe, you rate. We do have the Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, the Instagram, the TikTok. It's all out there for you. If you have any questions, just send a DM to the Dimecast_pod Instagram. That's what will respond to you right there. Don't text Danny because he doesn't respond. All right, let me just start the show right now. Give me the anxiety. How many? I'm gonna guess.
I think I've been pretty good lately.
I'm gonna guess 585.
1576.
Oh,
I know it looks ugly. It looks ugly. I'm gonna clear it. Yeah.
So yeah, just DM Dimecast Pod on Instagram, and we'll send Danny the message. He'll respond to that. So 4th of July is done, and we're in July, and high school football season is a few weeks away because in California it starts in the middle of August because the way school schedule changes. Used to be after Labor Day, but not anymore. Right now, camp season is pretty much done. The bigger stuff,
Pretty much done. There's a lot of the schools that will maybe keep one day available, but for the most part, it's.
So today I want to get into what do I do now? So football season is here. All that 7-on-7 and all that neon stuff is done. All the spandex is done. It's play for your team.
Yes.
It's show up and show out.
Yes.
You can do all the passing you want. You can do all the crazy hype videos without the pads. But when football season is here and the pads and you're playing for your team, this is what coaches want to see, right?
Yeah.
They want to watch game film.
Without a doubt. Yeah. They want to see how everything ends up translating. You know, if you were a guy that ended up hitting the camp scene and maybe you didn't put together real good numbers with your 40 and shuttle and those kind of things, hopefully you show that you're that guy that has game speed, right? And you're outrunning guys, separating from guys, doing all that kind of stuff.
And also for the flip side, if you're the guy who showed up to camp season and you were under the radar, all of a sudden you blew up in your hype.
Yes.
This is where coaches want to see.
Time to deliver, man.
Really?
Yeah. Time to deliver. So we're not throwing in our underwear anymore. So it's a matter of, you know, are you processing the information? What's your decision making like? How twitchy, how sudden you are, all those things that they want to end up seeing out of the quarterback. So we got to get that done. And then we start talking about where you're at with your completion percentage. So we want to be good with that, you know, touchdown INT ratio. So there's a lot of stuff that we got to be good with.
So today's episode, we're going to do a how-to, the checklist of what you got to do to get ready for the season. Off the field, it's July. What do I got to do as a quarterback with, say, calling coaches or talking to coaches or my Instagram, my social media? What are Danny's top 3? What's the advice you give to your QBs for the month of July?
I think, you know, going into the season, you could end up communicating with some of the coaches. You know, it might even be something where you're wishing them luck on their season and maybe they're wishing you luck. Again, communication, right? Be able to have a little bit of that. I think that's important to do. And then, you know, just kind of let the coach know, hopefully you have some kind of conversation with them and you're going to let that guy know that you're going to be in touch throughout the year. Normally, like when I'm sending film out to coaches or when kids are able to put stuff out, kind of do it about 3 times a year, like roughly around week 3, then right after that, about week 6, and then pretty much at the end of the year, you know, so hopefully if you're in a pass friendly offense or you're in an offense that you're making some pretty good plays by around week 3, you should have a pretty good little highlight reel together.
Okay. Do I send coaches my schedule?
You can, coaches are going to look the stuff up. They're going to go on Max Preps or whatever to end up seeing, you know, what's going on. Early in the season, there's not a lot of coaches attending games. There will be some, you know, the games normally when you get a coach that's attending a game is if they're, I don't know, like let's say somebody's coming in to play against UCLA, right? And it's Northwestern, whatever the case is. They'll have that free Friday night, you know, so maybe they're going to go and take a look at a couple kids that might be on their radar at that time because they're already going to be in town.
So this is where I'm the quarterback who under the radar. I don't have the big offers.
Mm-hmm.
I've had some conversation, but they haven't offered me now.
Yes.
This is where I got to go and look at. You have to do proactive, right? Where you have to
Yes.
go and say, okay, Northwestern's coming to UCLA on this date.
Yeah.
You got to like be ahead of the game with them, right? You have to let them know what's
Yeah,
going on.
and again, you're hoping that you've had some kind of communication with that
Yeah,
program.
I'm saying you already have it.
Yeah, if
You
you have
already
that
have it.
communication with that program, hey coach, I noticed you guys are going to be in town. If you got a free Friday night, we're playing at such and such, at this time. Would love to have you there at the game. Who knows? Shoot your shot, man. You might get them to end up, showing up to the game. Maybe they don't have a set game that they're going to go to. It's like I would even throw in there if it's a game that you're playing against some pretty good guys, on the other side of the ball. Maybe you throw out those guys too, give those coaches bang for their buck.
Do I start including my teammates on
Yeah,
my
oh, yeah.
Instagram?
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. It's like I tell guys to do that all the time, man. You could end up you get some kind of buzz going for your teammates stuff. That's just going to be more traffic over there. And again, those are your teammates. You should love those guys. You should want to try to help them out as best as you can.
Okay. All right. I've also noticed that kids do this a lot where they'll put up their huddle
Yes.
and then they'll tag like 10 reporters.
Yes.
Oh, you're already putting your head to the side a little
Just,
bit?
yes. Yes.
Because sometimes I'll get tagged on this and I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't like, just because I know you, I get
Yeah.
tagged. I'm like, okay, is that good, bad, or?
I don't know. I have mixed feelings on it. If I'm
Yeah,
being
me too.
honest, because early on I would tell the kids like, guys, please don't include me in the 20 other people that you're,
Yeah.
tagging on here, but again, some kids it's worked out for them and they've
Okay.
picked up a lot more followers, with it and everything like that. I personally don't love it. And I tell the kids like, God, if those coaches are following, if you keep on putting out a post and you keep on putting their of that particular coach and he hasn't followed you back yet, goes back to one of the episodes of Read the Room, right? Probably not that interested.
So tag the ones who are following you.
You don't even need to tag them. I'd probably just shoot them a DM, to be honest with you, because if that coach follows you, then you have that access to be able to DM them. So now you end up saying, hey, coach, just wanted to send you, my 3-game highlight,
Okay.
any feedback's appreciated, something along those lines. And maybe that coach ends up looking at it and he likes what he sees, so shoot it.
Okay. So DM the coach your highlight. Don't tag them with.
You don't gotta, tag every single coach that every single handle and do that. It's kind of a young guy thing. You'll see them do it, and I get it. The young guys may have to do that a little bit because they don't have as many of the coaches following them yet. So I can't fault them on that. But you're already in that like junior, senior year, and you're putting out these highs
What
and
you
you're
got to do?
putting all these names.
What you got to do? Bam.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Take it off. Take it off. Take it off. Take it off. So this is what you're going to be doing, right?
Okay.
You'll be there like, oh man, I got nothing. I'm going through my phone, going through my computer, trying to figure things out. And then all of a sudden we're going to get the logo that's going to pop up. And then the logo pops up. That's when this is where we're at. Then bam.
Yeah.
This is where we want to be.
Yeah.
Right. That's how the season is going to go. July, you're kind of, and then you become certified.
Yeah.
You're certified.
Yeah.
July, what do I need to work on as a quarterback? I'm approaching my first game.
Yeah.
Obviously, the first games, if you're at a stud school, they're going to be kind of weak, but you got to put up numbers. What do you work on?
Yeah. Again, you want to be efficient. Hopefully you got some kind of feedback from some of these coaches in that off season. If you attended some camps, they didn't pull the trigger on you and they ended up giving you some feedback saying, hey, we're going to keep an eye on you, try to see your first 3 to 4 games. Maybe you got into a conversation with the coach. What are you trying to see, in those 3 to 4 games? Hopefully. And again, in those 3 to 4 games, maybe you checked some of those boxes. Then maybe they wanted to see, I don't know, just, you running a little bit more. Maybe they wanted to see how efficient you are, whatever it is, and hopefully I've put that together in that film and now I share it, with the coaches.
All right. I know that in the fall, we'll probably have some weeks where we don't talk to you because you're somewhere at a game.
Probably be out and about.
How do I, as a quarterback, get invited to go visits?
So sometimes you'll end up.
Is it in July where I talk to the coaches, or what do I do?
Yeah, a little bit of that, and again, what I try to tell the guys, be strategic. Like if you have your bye week, in your bye week, you should probably have somewhat of an idea to what game you're probably trying to go to in that bye week.
And be realistic.
Yeah.
Like be realistic.
Yeah. And the realistic, okay, again, if you're local to a couple of schools and you decide to not be as realistic and you go to a big school, you could get access to go into those games. I get that. But I would tell you, if you could try to make the most with your time when you have that bye week, pick a spot that maybe has been talking to you a little bit and go through that game day experience And then you also show that school that you are interested because you took the time to get out over there. Sometimes guys will have a game on Thursday. So now they could do that travel Friday, maybe get the early Friday, play on Saturday. Cause sometimes these games are early on Saturday, or you're catching that red eye right after your game to get over there. That's probably what most of the time is going to happen, to be honest with you.
So strategic planning of what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
So look, if Notre Dame hasn't called you and you want to go to a Notre Dame game, do that when you're a professional.
Yeah.
Like, just don't waste a trip.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't waste a trip. Make the most of that time. Cause again, it goes back to one of the episodes we talked about with windows, right? And you have these windows and make the most of the time in those windows, cause you're not going to have too many of them.
All right. So I get my team ready. I'm good. I'm an athlete, QB1, Letterman jacket, I'm working with Danny. We do Sunday work with Danny.
Yes.
Saturday work, we do film because it's not done.
Yeah, it's not done. Oh, no, we're staying on top of stuff.
Now, Danny, for the parents.
Uh-huh.
Danny, we trained with Team Dimes. We went to the camps. We didn't get the offers that we like, or they're lukewarm.
Mm-hmm.
For the parents, July, what do they have to do?
For July, what I would say, if you're going into that season again, and we talk about you're at a different stage every year. You're an income
juniors. Let's talk about juniors.
Let's talk about going into junior year.
Yep.
Okay. So going into junior year, on that, you obviously have some time right here. So at that point, you just need to produce. You need to get the job done. If schools probably didn't pull the trigger on you in that time, some of the reasons may have been there may not have been enough body of work there. There may not have been that much film. So now you're going to use that year to hopefully have some good stuff. And some guys, they're itching to get stuff out there. They're trying to send the coach week 1, then they send the coach week 2, then they send the coach week 3. Like, guys, hang tight. Maybe we wait for 1, 2, and 3 and then we put together a good one with those 3. Then we send it out, to be able to do that. So I try to tell the parents, just let everything play out, control it.
Yeah, Danny, whatever, because down the street, Hunter Henderson, just who my kid is better than, and he trains with somebody else. Don't make me take him over there, because Hunter Henderson, the 18th, has every offer. We're better than him, Danny.
And again,
parents, his dad called that coach, and they got an offer.
Yes.
But is it really an offer?
It probably not. To be honest with you, again, it's like there's only so much that you're going to be able to do there, right? It's like the film could be sent, you could take a look, and then again, you're going to start getting an idea where you fit, if they like you or not. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and sometimes they don't, and if they don't, then you start kind of changing your plans, right? Plan A might be plan A, play at the biggest program, super packed stadiums, great uniforms, all that other good stuff. Then you might start looking at your journey and you might say, well, maybe it's not plan A, maybe it's plan B, and that plan B could be a little different, on what it is, then sometimes we might work our way to plan C. You know what I'm saying? It happens.
The senior year goes by really fast. You play August, September, and maybe October, and that's it. So now I'm a senior. I have kind of offers, but not really, Danny.
Yeah.
For the parents.
Yes.
What do you tell them?
If you're in your senior year and you have you should have probably tried to have committed somewhere already by then.
But I haven't.
I'm
holding out, Danny. You told me that maybe something else is going to happen.
If you're holding out again, it's musical chairs, right? There's only going to be so many options that are available at that point. Like right now, I have a whole list of pretty much every single FBS program, and I have the name attached to it of every single quarterback that's committed to each school. So I know, which 2025 schools are still available. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and there's some conferences that are done, right? That they've picked up their commit every single school.
So basically, if I'm a senior who hasn't committed, I should just look at a lower division?
You could look at a lower division, or the other thing that I talk about there is be very realistic with what your plan B is. And that plan B could be a couple different things, right? It could be, all right, not getting the offers that I was looking for. So maybe I really need to start working on possibly trying to get a walk-on somewhere. Okay. That's one opportunity. Another one might be, okay, let's try to look for a lower level, and don't automatically assume, oh, 1AA is like this terrible sorry level. It's not. There's ballers over there. Okay.
Big high. Let's go.
Yeah. So let's make sure that we're aware of that. All right. So whatever that next level is, down from there. Then the other, plan Bs could be, well, you know what, if I don't have these offers, I'm going to end up going the JUCO route. If I don't have these offers, maybe I go the prep school route.
But Danny, JUCO is a big slap in the face for all the money I spent on my kids as he was 6 years old. Like I could have just saved $100,000 and gone to JUCO anyways.
Maybe, it's like, again, but you put that time and money in for the chance, for the opportunity, you know what I'm saying? And you're hoping that the opportunity ends up coming, but sometimes it doesn't, like, and it's tough, it's tough. And there's plenty of different reasons,
It's a hard talk to have.
Yeah. And the other tough part about it is, like I'm dealing with some of these schools right now. It's like, oh, you know what? Hey, I noticed that you guys don't have a commit yet. What's your guys' board look like? And I'm having those conversations, and they may end up saying, you know what, we're not even sure if we're going to take a 25 this year. And then what that's probably happening from is, well, I know what they're doing. They're going to save that scholarship because they know once the portal opens, there's going to be plenty of guys that are going to be available there. So let's just take the portal guy rather than taking because we like a couple guys, but we don't love enough guys. Because if we love the guys, we would have put the offer out and we would have probably taken their commit already.
And that's going to be a future episode down the line once the portal hits a bite. So if you're wondering if you're a college guy, like this isn't for me, no, we'll take care of you.
Yeah,
because that's a whole other special. And we'll have somebody in studio that actually can explain the portal. Guys have gone through it. Coaches have gone through it. Like I'm getting a phone call right now.
Yeah.
Nope. Danny is not going to the portal. That's and I say this from the parent perspective of being a senior, is like I see this on Twitter a lot too, Danny, where I follow kids and it's ninth grade, boom, I'm hot. I got offer here, I got offer here. And then come senior year, it's unsigned, uncommitted stuff. And it's like, wait a minute, what happened here? And a lot of it is the portal trickle down.
Yeah, and there's a lot of reasons, why I know we talked about it on one of the episodes and we even had one of the kids on, River Warren, that time when he was on, like you might end up picking up these offers and you think these bigger offers are going to come and they don't, you know what I'm saying? It's like times are different right now. Like you have to take advantage of what offers you do have and stop expecting that this other one is going to end up coming, because sometimes they don't come, and then now you're left like, what do I do? It's musical chairs. I have no chair.
It's really up to the kid though. They have to do the work. They have on and off the field.
Yeah, they have to do the work. And the main thing that I always try to tell the kids, because again, yes, it is very stressful for them. It's tough, sometimes opening up social media and you see these other guys picking up these offers, especially you're a competitor and you'll look at that guy, like you said, Hunter Henderson, the 18th or whatever, and you're looking at that and you're saying, I know I'm better than this kid. I've outplayed him. I've did, throughout all the years. And you have that, but again, it's not always that cut and dry as to why that kid got offered and then you didn't. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different things. It's like I've told you when it comes to quarterbacks and the recruitment, it could be a lot like, liking a woman, and looking at that and what I like, you may not like, you know what I'm saying? It's, oh man, she's beautiful. Like, hair's too short. I like longer.
Blondes.
This, whatever it is,
She likes country music.
I forget, you know what I mean? It's like, it's all in like what your taste is.
And you're like, no, she better like country music.
It's all in your taste, so it's like, and a lot of times that happens, with quarterbacks, and you'll look at that, like, how has that kid not been offered? Or how does that kid have so many offers?
Yeah.
And you take a look at that. It's tough.
And Hunter Henderson, the 18th, nothing against you, bro. We know you're talented.
Yeah.
But I prefer Dakota the 13th.
Or Thurston Howell the 3rd.
Thurston Howell was underrated, man. He was definitely a 5-star.
Look him up, guys. Some of you quarterbacks don't know who Thurston Howell the 3rd is.
Yeah.
He was a baller.
That kid, he was a 5-star.
Oh yeah. Him and Lovey.
Yeah. See, Lovey messed things up right there. Ginger was definitely
no doubt.
The parents were like, oh my god,
Gilligan's Old guys.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we're good. So now July, the rest of the month, what do you got?
For you're asking what I have?
Yeah.
Or was it,
so 4th of July is done.
Yes.
Right. I don't even want to tell people where you went for 4th of July. But now football season is around the corner. What do you have going on? Like, are you going on other vacations?
Yeah, there'll be a little bit of
Disneyland?
taking Disneyland and a couple other things, take some family time and do some fun stuff, because right when the actual games get going, I like to see the high school kids that I work with. I like to go to their games.
We will be going to high school games.
I'll be at a game probably every Friday, to be honest with you.
And so are our cameras.
Yeah, there you go. And then the games that I can, I try to get out to watch the college kids that I work with too.
Too.
That's a great time right there.
Yeah, so I have nothing to do on weekends.
There you go.
My kid's in New Jersey, so maybe we go watch a game at Rutgers.
That works.
Hey, Rutgers playing, what conference is that now? It's the Big Ten. Yeah.
Big Ten.
Yeah, Rutgers is big. So I'm going to Rutgers.
Let's
Hey,
go.
speaking of Rutgers, that's a good program over there. If you're in the Big Ten at Rutgers, you're playing some ball. Indiana?
Yeah. Let's go. I'm down. I'm down to go over there too.
Yeah, Morgan Wallen concert probably at MetLife.
Probably.
Of course there is. Yeah, of course it is. What random football quarterback do you have for me today? Give me a guy.
Random. Oh man.
Give me a guy you played with.
Jeez. Oh, that's
off the top. Sorry.
Yeah.
We always throw something random for you.
Yeah. Why do you throw?
Who did you run into recently that's random?
Did I run into anybody that's random?
You were in Chicago last month. You were
I don't think I ran into any random.
no randoms?
I don't think so.
No?
No. I one random moment. Okay.
I always like to have a little random at the end of the show for you.
Did I have? No, I didn't have a random moment. No random moments, man. I'm sorry. I'm stuck
randoms.
here. No randoms for you right
Yeah,
here.
you busy training
time,
people.
The next time I'll have a random
Oh,
moment.
you
though.
will.
I'm gonna track when something happens. I'll be like, oh, random moments. Put those away because
No, random moment. Just text me because you never do. Send me a random text, and it'll be like 3 a.m. Airport. Jack Nicholson and Willie. Who's that country guy? Willie
Nelson.
Yeah. You Willie Nelson on a private plane.
That'd be great. That'd be a good time
with Bonnie Raitt or something like that.
That'd be a good time.
Let's go to Vanderbilt.
Let's go.
I don't know.
Nashville's a good time.
Nashville's a good city.
Is a good time.
Never been there. I only know that through your Instagram.
It's a good time.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
All right. Random quarterbacks for Danny Hernandez. We'll get you all that other good stuff. So if you're a random QB and been watching, send us a DM if you want to be a guest. We will get another microphone in here. We're going to get the chair. Future episode though. Dr. Mario Soto, a sports performance coach who I know he works with us a lot with the baseball side. He wants to come on.
Oh,
definitely want to have him on.
Love that.
He works with the Bosco baseball team. He works with a lot of Olympians.
Would love that.
He'd be great to have on. He lives out in Orange County. So we're gonna get Dr. Soto on pretty soon. That's gonna be an interesting one where we're not messing around. We're gonna be like, how do you pick the brain?
Okay.
And if you get these guys in here, we got that. Coaches want to come on. Recruiters want to come on. And everybody wants to be here. As always, for Danny Hernandez, I'm Beto Duran, our squad behind the scenes. Thank you so much. Make sure you rate, review, subscribe. Another edition of the Dimecast podcast.